Well, good Thursday morning. Ken and Deb here. It is a thankful Thursday. And so you can go ahead and go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page, and you can look for the Thursday or Thankful Thursday post, and then maybe make a comment of something you're thankful for under there to really encourage somebody today.
And you can always call us, too, if you just
Right?
want to share a story of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Phone number is 800-221-9356. We're also talking about those powerful images that we see, maybe a picture that you've seen lately that has really stuck with you.
Sure.
Or it doesn't necessarily have to be lately. We had somebody post that famous picture of that protester standing in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square. I mean, that is a powerful picture that stays with you.
Definitely. That's for sure. So maybe there's been some pictures over your lifetime that have really made an impact on you when you saw it and you remember it. Maybe even have the picture. You can call us and tell us about it. You can text us the description of it, or even text the picture and let us know. 800-221-9356. Also, we are either on or we're going to be on Facebook Live for our mid-morning show coffee break. And so we'll have that for you as well if you want to check it out. Here's Francesca Battistelli and If We're Honest.
I mean, you are live.
Oh, we are. Okay, I didn't know if we were live or not. I mean, I know I'm alive, but
Yes, there we are. So good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the mid-morning show coffee break. And we've been talking about pictures on the show today, pictures that have left an impact on us, whether it be a picture of something in history, maybe it's a portrait of something that somebody has made of, something, a spiritual story, or like we had somebody with that picture of Jesus walking on the water, but reaching down with his hand in the water to rescue us.
To rescue us. And boy, that is a powerful image.
Yeah, sure is.
And maybe you have one of those near you that you want to take a picture of and just share with us right here on Facebook this morning. Or if you just have a favorite photo within the last week that you've taken.
Yeah.
And
What's your favorite photo on, like you said, what's your favorite photo on your phone right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Send that to us. You can maybe post that on as a comment here on the mid-morning show coffee break. But talking about photos and how they make a huge impact. Well, they say a picture paints 1,000 words, right?
That's right.
And so it can make a huge impact on us, a photo can. So Heidi on there again. Hello, Heidi.
Morning, Heidi. Yeah, sometimes if I'm really depressed, I'll take, well, not just depressed, but if I just need some encouragement, I'll go through my photo feed and look at past vacations or look at family photos or at times where, we were all together if I'm missing someone. And especially during COVID-19, I've done that a lot. Look back at Christmas photos and I've just been thankful for those times we could be together, even though we're far apart right now.
Yeah. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Deborah, joining us this morning. Good to have you guys on. Heidi said that I love pictures that show grandparent and grandchild walking away from the camera. I have one of my late husband, Papa, and the light of his life granddaughter, Precious.
Oh,
very cool.
That's neat.
I love those pictures of my grandkids and stuff, too. So, yeah, she said she's going to send it, so looking forward to that.
Oh, good. Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Francesca Battistelli, and If We're Honest, on Moody Radio Quad Cities. Good morning, 7:05. It's Ken and Deb here. By the way, we are also on Facebook Live. If you want to check it out on our Ken and Deb in the Morning page and say hi on Facebook Live. We've had some folks checking in already this morning there.
Yeah, and if you would like to share a photo with us this morning that maybe is one that is an encouragement to you or has just stuck with you. And it can be of any subject. It doesn't have to be of a particular subject, but just one that has really meaningful to you, you can do that on our Facebook page right now, even on as we are live on Facebook at Ken and Deb in the morning. We had someone also send us one via text, 800-221-9356, that had the Lion of Judah, or this big lion, and around it the words of who Christ is, King and priest and Holy Son, Christ, holy. And it's just covered with words along with the picture of the Lion of Judah.
Right. When I think of that picture, I think of in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I might mess this up, so help me out. But I just love the line where it says, "Is he safe?" No, he's not. He's not safe, but he's good.
Yes, yeah.
And I just love that that line. That we have. It puts God in a perspective that we need to remember. Right, we need to have reverence because He is good, but He is also judge, and he is not necessarily safe because He's got to be the righteous judge, right? But He is good.
Yes,
and I love that.
Well, I thank you for pointing that out because I needed that this morning, just to remember that God is good, and that He does good, and that He's watching over us, all the situations. He sees what's happening, but His character doesn't change. He's good.
That's right. So anyway, if you've got a picture you'd like to share with us, something that stood out to you, maybe it's a picture of that you've taken recently or that you've seen recently, let us know. 800-221-9356. Just those pictures that we're seeing. I don't know, just like you showed that video of the police officers, dancing with some of the protesters and stuff. And they were having a great time.
They were.
It was very cool to see that.
They knew the steps, too. I'm like, how did you know the steps to these dances?
Yeah, I know.
But there have been some really powerful photos of people embracing one another.
Yeah.
And that gives me such hope to see that.
Right.
I wish they would post more of those images for us to see, but I'm thankful when I do get to get a glimpse into something that's happening that's healing instead of destructive.
Right. So if you do have a picture, you can either post it here as a comment on the Facebook Live, or you can text it to us as well, 800-221-9356. Love to see those pictures. Just one that recently, it's somewhat recent, that stands out to me was when my grandson and my daughter, when the family were out in Washington State, and they were on the beach, and it was dusk, or it was getting close to dusk, and there's just the shadow picture of my daughter and my grandson holding hands walking down the beach with the beautiful sunset in the background and just the sea out, you can see, it was a beautiful picture. And just seeing the two walking together, the silhouette of them. Yeah, it's one that I want to get framed.
Yes.
And put in my office.
Definitely
or in the
one.
house somewhere. It's just a precious picture of that, of how he trusts his mom.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love when kids, are just so overcome with joy.
Yeah.
That they're just giggling and somebody catches it just right.
Yeah.
To where you can just feel that joy as you look at that picture. And
right.
It's, maybe you have one of those you'd like to post this morning or send our way via text at 800-221-9356.
Coming back.
10 minutes after 7 o'clock now. It is Ken and Deb here, and we've got a brand new podcast on the Moody Radio app that you can check out. And this is really how we can stay healthy mentally as well as spiritually. It is called the Becoming Well podcast.
Right. And so it's with one of the heads of the counseling departments at Moody Bible Institute, Dr. Deb Gorton, and we've spoken with her recently, and we'll speak with her again next week. But I think Moody Bible Institute is just starting this podcast to address one of the biggest issues in our world today, and that is our mental health. And
Right.
especially with COVID-19 and with what's happening with the violence and the riots, I mean, this is so important that we care for our mental health.
Yeah, it sure is. And in this particular podcast, you can get help for your relationships, your emotions, your faith in God, as they'll have some great honest conversations and interviews and personal stories from people as well to help kind of shape and model how we should be thinking and how we can improve our, like I said, your emotions, relationships, and faith in God. So check it out. Becoming Well is the name of the podcast. You can get that on your Moody app and listen to it there if you've got that. It is 7:11. Here's Mercy Me and Almost Home on Moody Radio.
I guess on that first podcast with Dr. Deborah Gorton and Mary Fredrickson, they're going to talk about experiences with mental health in the church,
Oh, good.
which is really good because that's not always been a conversation the church has had in a healthy way, I think.
Right.
So, or maybe we're just not informed.
Right.
So I think, that's going to be a great podcast.
Yeah.
Looking forward to catching that.
So if you don't have the app, you can go to, let's see, it is moodyradio.org/podcasts, and then
Okay.
you can look for Becoming Well
Okay, good.
when you go there and get that as well. But anyway, some details about that podcast there. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a good one. Somebody just texted in another picture, too.
Oh, they did.
It's a picture of the lion with its foot on the snake
Oh, wow.
and roaring at it.
Wow.
That's a pretty powerful picture.
Wow, that is. It's really neat. It's forecasting, what's happening to Satan there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Takes us back to Genesis 3. That was really cool. Thank you for sharing that. If you have a powerful photo you'd like to share with us or image that has been really meaningful to you in these last few days, you can text those to us at 800-221-9356 or just post them right here on our Facebook page. Or maybe it's just a favorite picture that you took recently. I mean, it could be of a flower, or we were at Nant Marsh this last weekend taking a walk.
Okay.
And that is such a cool place. There were so many different colors of wildflowers.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know what they're called, so don't ask me, but they were like purple and white
they were
and
pretty.
yellow. They were really pretty. And so I had to stop and take a picture of everyone because, it's so gorgeous what God has created
Yeah,
for us to enjoy.
that's right. I was just looking outside the other day. We were just marveling at just how green everything is, and just we were kind of up on a little bit of a hill, and we could oversee like just
Nice.
the plains or whatever that. And it was just really pretty to see the green fields and the trees, and it was just really pretty. And so we have to take advantage of the moments that we have each and every day. You got to sometimes just take a break
Right.
for a couple minutes and just to take in, what God has created.
The time is 7:14.
We have a minute and 15 seconds left. So you got them both, whether you wanted it or not.
One thing that I appreciate about your pictures is that so many times they're from creatures on your farm.
Oh, yeah.
Like you take pictures of the baby animals, or
Right.
Debbie does.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so adorable. Like the boat video of her walking to the house with the little lambs.
Following her. Yeah.
That was so
And
cute.
recently, we just put our baby pigs, because when we get them, we put them in the barn in a stall with a heat lamp and everything so that they're nice and warm and everything. But as they get bigger, then it's time to move them out, and we have a pen that we have set up with a feeder and stuff. And so we just put them out here just recently. And watching them be outside and running around for the first time, is pretty amazing, seeing them run around and everything. So. That's Mercy Me on Moody Radio Quad Cities. It's called Almost Home at 7:15 now. On this Thursday morning, it is a thankful Thursday, so you can post something or call us or text us with something you're thankful for. We're also talking about those images or those pictures that have really made an impact on your life. We just had one that was sent in to us about the lion stepping on the serpent. From that picture from Genesis 3, and
Also, Emery, somebody sent a picture of their grandson, Emery, my nearly 4-year-old grandson, praying for our families, communities, and nation during this time of unrest.
That's cool.
And boy, did you see that picture? Isn't that?
Yeah.
That's powerful.
It is. It sure is. It reminds me of my grandson, Samuel, when my daughter and son-in-law were having, before the COVID-19, they had a Bible study at their house on Thursdays, I think. But anyway, they always pray before and after. And Sammy was in another room playing, but then they started to pray. They got ready to study the Bible, and he walked in, and he came in, and he just knelt down and bowed down and was praying with them. And just they took a picture of that, and just that image of him realizing at 2 at that time or 3 that it was important, and they pray every night, and so that image was very powerful too. Of him having that desire to want to pray, and he did it at the end too. And he came back in and he prayed with them.
Wow,
I thought that was really cool.
That is super. Cool.
And when you see that, so thanks for that picture of the grandson there. That's very powerful.
It is.
If you've got a powerful picture or an image you want to share, you can do that. Call or text 800-221-9356. There's also that picture, I think I mentioned it when we were talking about this yesterday, that picture of Jesus standing behind a man who looks like he is just at life's end. He has just had it.
So discouraged.
And discouraged and whatever. And Jesus is holding him up from behind and holding him. And that's just such a powerful picture. It's been out there for a long time. But I still remember that when you're feeling, I don't know, like you just are at the end of your rope and you've had enough. I don't always think of it, but it helps me to remember that, you know what? Jesus is there and I can call out to him and we can put our trust in him and just tell him about what's going on. He wants us to have that relationship,
Yes.
with him. So it's just always a great memory, a picture.
It does make me think of the picture that most all of us have probably seen. It's just the footprints in the sand, where you see the 2 sets of footprints.
Right.
And then it goes down to 1.
Yeah.
And, there's where the Savior is carrying us
Right.
through those troubled times of life. And
Yeah.
so there's only 1 footprint because he's carrying us through.
Yeah. Right.
And that one has been on a lot of posters around a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
dorm rooms for sure,
Sure has. That's for sure.
at least in my time.
Hey, thanks, Heidi, for sending that picture to us of your husband with the grandchild.
Oh,
That's very cool.
that is so cute.
Just seeing the 2 walking together down the road together.
Yes. That is really neat. It's
I've got
a great shot.
I've got a couple of pictures of those with my granddaughters from Omaha and my wife. I kind of took them candidly, without them knowing, and just taking shots of them either feeding the animals together or just walking across the barnyard together or whatever. And all of them have their little rubber boots on, and their skirts, It's very cute.
So Penny also loves the beauty of the earth and gave us a picture of some beautiful flowers
Oh,
there. I
yeah.
think there is a rose
Very
bush.
pretty.
Beautiful. Very
Thanks, Penny.
nice.
Appreciate you sending that.
That is so gorgeous. And we hope today maybe you'll take a snapshot of something beautiful that you see as you take that little break in your day. And pretty soon there'll be, I haven't seen them yet, but butterflies around.
Yeah.
I enjoy taking pictures of butterflies when they're around our house too. In fact, Charlie just planted some wildflowers and some milkweed
Okay.
to try to get some more
Oh, yeah.
butterflies around.
Yep. So if you've got like you said earlier, maybe just take your favorite picture you have on your phone right now that you've discovered or rediscovered, and you can share that with us as well if you feel led to do that. But thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live. It is 7:20. It's Ken and Deb here, and as you may have heard us talking, well, last week and earlier this week, we were going to have Share this week. But that, because of everything that's going on, has been postponed.
But we want to thank you so much for your prayerful support of Moody Radio, for your financial support. And we have now the dates for when we are going to do Share, and it's coming up in a couple weeks, June 17 through 20. And our theme is Stand in the Gap. And so we're just asking you to stand in the gap during this season for Moody Radio and just become one of our partners in ministry. And you can give even today, or you can wait till June 17th through 20, but we just ask for your prayerful support of this station. And if you do want to give, the phone number is 800-600-9624.
Yep. If you want to go to our website, you want to do that as well, you can go to moodyradio.org/Quad Cities and give on the donate button. It is 7:21. Here's the afters. Yeah, so that's something we didn't mention this morning on Facebook either, is that we do have new dates for
We do.
Share.
Coming up. We just found these out yesterday.
Right.
This is hot off the presses, so to speak. Yeah, June
Round
17th
three.
through 20.
Well, it's just been, I don't know about everybody else, but this year has really been one for the books, hasn't it?
It has.
I mean, I don't think anybody will ever say that 2020 was not interesting, at least the first part of it. Boy, have we been through a lot in this country and around the world
We sure have.
in this year. I've even had people go, okay, I've had enough of 2020. Can we move on to the next year? You know? But yeah, definitely been a lot to increase our faith,
Right.
to make us trust in the Lord more, and to also giving us opportunities to really witness more as well, to talk to people about their spiritual life. You know, and one thing that happened this last Sunday, I forgot to say this, at church. You know, we finally went back to church. Our church did this last Sunday, and before pandemic and everything happened, we had a guy that was in our small group, our missional community group, that was going through a lot spiritually and personally, and he had kind of left the church for a while, and didn't say he didn't believe in God or anything like that, but he was just very going through a lot, and he just left and hadn't seen him, and we tried to contact him, couldn't contact him, and he just wouldn't respond, and I was so touched. This last Sunday, he was at church.
Wow.
Not only at church, but he came back, he was smiling and he was happy, and he had said, I want to be one of the people that helps to sanitize everything in between services. And so he was there and serving, and it was just, that was very cool.
Yeah.
To see a guy that totally walked away from the church for a while. And I mean, we're talking months. Yeah. And he came back. It was very cool to see that.
God is at work.
Yeah,
God is
definitely.
at work. And that's a snapshot in your mind
Yeah,
that you're not going to soon forget.
Right.
Is just seeing him walk through the door again.
yeah. I mean, and not
that's for
just
sure.
just slumping in. I mean, but happy and happy to be there and serve and talking, and I mean, just total transformation. That God's been working in his heart. So that's really cool. But well, it wraps up another mid-morning show coffee break.
It does. Thanks so much for being with us here as we go through these seasons together and
Right.
through this craziness and through this sadness and grief together, too.
Yeah.
And just so thankful we can walk together in faith
Right.
with our Master Jesus. So thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah. So don't stop praying and don't stop telling about Jesus.